So you've already created GitHub. So what is ACM? So basically, I'll answer that question. ACM is a coding club. So over here, what we do is it is not just about coding. We do a lot of things. We actually organize one of the biggest hackathons, that is HackBMU, and the full form is Association of Computing Machinery. So the president is Shivang, and vice presidents are me and Harshad. So over here, like we'll do all sorts of coding related stuff, from basics to advanced stuff, and then things not related to coding. Some of example we've arranged last year Eventex, and that is totally related to blind dating, like blind date. So everything we participate in everything, so that I think like you're gonna have like a lot of memories from ACM because I had many. So like it's gonna be a good journey. So I'll not like this is not an official introduction about ACM, but Harshad just called me and asked me to just give a rough intro about ACM. So that is what I thought of giving. So Harshad, you want me to go? ACM is
Yes,
the
you can start.
best club. That's why it is my main club. Oh, good.
We should create a repository in the GitHub or import
No,
an repository.
uh, you mean about Hacktoberfest?
Yeah, the link you have shared.
For now, just create an account. Just create an account,
It
and
is
after
already
that,
created.
ठीक है. So then that is good. So every one of you go to github.com. I'll send it again so that all the new people can know. Go to github.com. I think this link is wrong. Github.com. You didn't miss anything, Anmol. So it's just like we were having a normal chat just before everyone arrives over here. So we were talking casually. So have you people ever heard of terminal or Linux or GitHub? All these technical terms that, like, trust me, in your university, you're gonna listen to this Linux, GitHub, terminal, all these things a lot of times. That you know this. I think Kirti and Tanish, these people already know what this is. Chebalu Raju, he's a cybersecurity expert of our campus. So if he's saying no, then that is a huge job. Harshit, you want me to start?
Yes, we can go ahead.
ठीक है then. People like if feel free to turn on your mic, say something, not a problem. Say some rubbish, also not a problem. So we'll make it interactive. So I've been using Linux for 3 years now. Oh god, so me तो I've tried Kali Linux once, but I majority of the time I just use macOS. Okay, so first of all, welcome people. I'll present my whole screen. And also, please turn on your video so that it's not like I'm teaching to just the Google Meet. Also see some faces. Fast reaction Agarwal. Nice, nice. So I see Iron Man and then Tanishka. Okay, but okay. Now let's get started. So I'll present it. Okay, so welcome. This session is gonna be purely raw. That means like I'm not like there's no complete format. If you want me to like if you want to learn like something in deep, so we can change it because so I just wanted to make this session as like live as possible and as interactive as possible. So okay. So okay, we're talking about Hacktoberfest 2021. So start hacking. This doesn't do anything with hacking. Just like what this Hacktoberfest is basically is. So it's basically so it's like first of all, GitHub is a repository like is a platform where you can actually create repositories, where you put repositories for the open source contribution. Like that is a huge hype these days. It's like most of the companies, startups, and all these things, whatever they do, they open source. That means that they put their code, all the service that they've developed, they've open sources. That means that they put their code to the public so that the public can access it and contribute it. It has both disadvantages and advantages. So it's like advantages is that all the public community are going to contribute and add more features to it. Not only just it is like that only the company people can do everything. And the disadvantages are the code is public, so anyone can replicate it. So anything has like both sides of the coin. So that is what I would say. What this Hacktoberfest specifically is to get students and all the individuals to get more into open source contribution. What it means is like repositories are made, but most of the people they don't go and contribute to it. So what I used to do, what I used to do is I used to just get the code from there. I never used to like contribute it. But after Hacktoberfest like 2020, I started like contributing to Hacktoberfest because at least though if what this is about is if you contribute to 4 different repositories, like 4 projects, open source projects, you get a free T-shirt, you get some like you get swag, you get some stickers and all delivered to your home for free, of course, just for part like just for being a part of an open source community. So that is what this event is about. To get you started, okay, let's see what this session is about. So first of all, like I told you about Hacktoberfest, what this Hacktoberfest is, and also I'll also introduce about open source. Then I'll show you that part is not included, introduction to open source, and then I'll show you how you can actually contribute to this one particular repository, and we'll have a doubt session and also sharing of open source projects. Okay, let's start. So what basically is this Hacktoberfest? It is like a month-long virtual event. So the whole of October, Hacktober means the whole of October, you can contribute to repository so that you get these kind of all the guests that you get. These are the all the gifts that you get delivered to your house, by the way. So the stickers, all these may vary, but it lasts if and this is first come first serve, so that the first like I think 25,000 people, so the first those many number of people contribute, they are going to get these prizes. So and apart from this particular thing, the open source events that normally big giants like Google and other people organize are Google Summer of Code. So this is not related to this particular Hacktoberfest, but these are the slides that Shivang made. So like I've just included them. So Google Summer of Code, GSOC, this is a huge event. So if you participate this and get a certificate out of it, so I think it's going to be a huge thing for you. And Outreach and RGSO. So I think without any delay, I think I should show you how to actually get started with like getting started to contribution to Hacktoberfest. So now I'm going to run a script. So don't get afraid because things are going to get fast. I'm not going to type anything, but this script I've actually made so that to simplify my workflow. So actually, this is like like a secondary email that I'm using just for this GitHub so that to get a repository for you people. So to just like the previous notice. So no, this is the beauty of coding. Once you get started now, you can do all these sort of things. You can automate your workflow and like all the different things are like there are unlimited number of possibilities. So okay. So I've made this particular repository. So what is basically a repository? A repository is a project. So most of you go to GitHub, like go into github.com and you're going to see something like this. If you fill your profile and all that, you're going to see this. Like, are you people, like most of you, I think already have GitHub. Did you log into GitHub and do you see the first page? Yep. Okay. Okay. So now to find GitHub, like Hacktober repositories, it's like the thing is Hacktoberfest. So this is the website for Hacktoberfest. So now let's start. I'll open this. What I'll do is, So this is ACM ka repository. What I'll do is I'll get started like how to register for Hacktoberfest. First of all, go to this link. Okay. All of you visit this particular link, visit there and click on start hacking. So once you get into this page, so what this is to actually link your GitHub account with this Hacktoberfest so that they can track all the things that you're doing. So that is what this is about. So anyway, if you feel like overwhelmed, like what I'm doing, so just stop me and ask me like what this is. Like, so if you click on that, like sign up with GitHub. So GitLab is also similar to GitHub. So it also hosts repositories. It's just like a platform providing a place for all the coders to put their repositories and show it to the public. That is what it's just like Instagram, but for instead of posting images and all those things, we just post this sort of things. And over here also you can start a repository so that the number of stars increase, and also you can fork repositories. So I'll say what all that is about. And okay, so once you get into this page, you need to authorize Hacktoberfest to actually like read all about you, like all about the GitHub account and all. So after that, just fill in your email, like select the email. This is ACM ka email. I think there's some chat. We can sign in from personal emails, or is it necessary? No, no, no. You can use any email, not a problem. Any email. Ayush, oh, good word. Any would work. Okay. Okay. And the location is India, not British India. It's India. So over here, previously, I think it's Naman, I guess. The person I don't remember exactly, but he asked like how to actually host our own repository. So for that, we actually need to take this maintainer also, so that we inform Hacktoberfest that we actually have a repository and we want people to actually work on this particular repository. So that is what this is about. Now I'm not going to do that. We can edit that in the future, so that if you want, for most of the people, I would say pick this option, just the participant. And also if you want, just you can opt in all these things. I'll opt in. So if you want to get mail from these people, so I have understand and read. So once you complete the like registration, also you need to like get these things going and then start hacking. Oh, now you get your profile over here. So if you just visit this URL, you get your profile over here. So this means that ACM News ka profile zero. So zero contribution is there in total. Like so, I'll tell you the procedure now. How Hacktoberfest works. So first of all, if you contribute to something, so for suppose if you actually commit, like if you send some code to someone and say that you want to put this code into your repository and he accepts that, then this number gets increased. Okay. But after that, after that, this DigitalOcean ka Hacktoberfest, like Hacktoberfest is like organized by DigitalOcean. So Hacktoberfest ka people are going to review your your code, and then if that code is somewhat relevant to the repository, they are going to accept it. So then the artist total completed will increase. So I'll show you my personal thing. So once I go into this, so after that, it's just like once you click on this, there is no sign up. You can just directly go into. I'll be redirected. Yeah. So this is my. I told you right. This is some secondary GitHub. So one in progress. So I've made one request. So now I'll show you how you can actually get started with this GitHub and contributing to GitHub. Okay. Just a minute. Sorry. Yeah. Someone was saying something. So what I'll do is, so I think what we should do is, before getting started with GitHub, you should learn some cool thing, and that is Git. So I'll teach you what Git is, and then Harshad,
Yes, Krishna.
I'm actually unable to present from my iPad. So can you actually promote that? I think that is the reason. Oh yeah, I'm able to. Sorry. Okay, so I think you can see that. So first of all, now we're going to learn about Git. So don't get confused. GitHub is totally different from Git. Like they're related, but GitHub is different from like Git is different from GitHub. So GitHub is a place where you host the repositories, but what Git is, so Git is basically called version control. Okay, some fancy name. We're gonna see what this Git is about. Fancy name, so it doesn't matter for us. But have you ever encountered this particular problem? I'm gonna describe a problem. So you have a file. Let's say, suppose you're working on a project report. Okay, you're working on some report. You have a file. So you update it file. You have some you have a file. You update it. You get a new file, something that is long. Now you feel like the changes you made are actually totally irrelevant and you want your previous file back. What is the normal way that we actually keep a hold of all these things? What we do, if we have this Windows ka, like if we have a Windows ka file explorer, what do? We actually create, like what I used to do is file, if file.txt is the file ka name, I used to create file copy.txt, and then the final one I would name it as like file final.txt. Who encountered this problem? Like creating multiple copies of the same file. Like I need answers in the yeah. So I see answers coming in. So many people are like and have encountered this problem, right? So this is what actually the same problem has been encountered by the creator of Linux Torvalds. So he is the person behind this Git and Linux. So GitHub is not related to him, but the person who created this Git, his like I'll tell you what this version control is about. So that particular application, like that particular software, is solving this problem. So what it does is, let's say this represents your file. So if you store like this, the problem is, let's say suppose one file is 1 KB, and then if we have three files, your hard disk is gonna take 3 KB. Oh god, that is like even though this storage is a lot, but even then, if we create multiple copies, if you're thinking about this, just a file, think about the person who made Linux, which is like it could easily be like 100 GB before compilation. It could be literally like 100 GB. If he wants to make a copy of this, it will be another 100 GB. So it will be a total of 200 GB. Think about that. Just for copying itself, it takes a lot of time. So now what he did is, so uh, uh, if we have a file or a folder or a repository, so what he does is, so first of all, if we have that, and if we change it, the system, what it will store is, it will change the difference between file 1 and file 2. So there are some complex algorithms going in the background, but it's not up to us to discuss. Like it's not, we are not discussing any of that because even I don't know what sort of algorithms they use and all. So basically, it shows the difference. So that think about it. So initially, you have a file. You actually add some extra file to that, and it becomes a huge file. So think about it. Instead of storing this whole thing, it actually stores this, and then in the final version, instead of storing the whole thing, it actually from over here it stores the difference. So it actually stores this particular thing. So the storage is reduced, right? And also your accessibility, like your feasibility, you don't have to name the thing file final copy 1, file copy 2, and all. You can just if you have a final version, from final version you can go back to the previous version and you can check that out. It's very easy for that. So the name is Git. I'll send the link. So I think most of you should like now itself. It's better if you install. I'll send the link. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So go to this website and install Git. So if you're on Windows, go like select Windows. If you're on Mac, use Mac OS. If you're Linux, use Linux. So now I'll actually teach on this like Canva, like whiteboard itself. So I'll actually tell you the basic commands. Like so, first of all, GitHub already installed in Linux. Great, great. So so first of all, in GitHub, if you have a repository, so I'll use this name repository interchangeably with the project. So both are the same. So if you're like getting confused what the hell is this repository, it is just a project of someone else who has put that on the platform. I'm going a bit slow because of the request. So now what is, so if you want this particular project on your local computer, let's say this is your local computer, and you want from this huge ocean of repositories, you want this particular, like the whole project, you want to get that on your computer so that you want to work on that. First, what you should be doing is, you'll use Git. So basically, you'll use Git. And then, first of all, you need to open command prompt on Windows. Sorry. I have the habit of like writing terminal because that is on Mac. So if anything is not in sync with this Mac and Windows, just tell me. I'm going to explain how you're going to do that on Windows. So after installing this Git, just go to this command prompt. If you don't know what this command prompt is, open the Windows button. Like you have this Windows button, right? Click that and type search command prompt. You're gonna get a like terminal like thing. So yeah, I can't show that. I'll show it over here. Okay. So if you say this, you're gonna get something like this. It's gonna be black in color, and then it's gonna look something like this, and that is called command prompt. For Mac, do we have to download Homebrew version? That totally your wish. Homebrew is a package manager, so you can directly download it from home. But like Git is by default installed on Mac, so I think it is not required to install it again. Okay, so let me explain it over here itself. So wait, I'll zoom it. I think now you can look at it. Okay, so I'll type Git, and if I click on it, I get a huge list of something. So so basically what this is saying is it is just like the help command. Like it is telling a short brief description about Git. This isn't just Git, but there's a load of things that are associated with Git. So now what I'll do is, first of all, I'll actually go to my, so cd is change directory. So I'll go to my GitHub repo this thing. First of all, I'll remove all this. I'm just deleting it directly from the terminal. Don't worry, all these things. We're gonna go smooth. Okay. Okay, so if I ls, nothing is there, just the lead code solutions. Yeah, we'll change that. So basically now, if I navigate to some GitHub repository, let's go to, where's my repository? Okay, so over here, if we go to this lead code solutions, so this is basically a repository. Like all of you just navigate to this particular repository, like open the link, And then I'm going to tell you how to clone the repository and then contribute to it the easiest way and the fastest way. So once you get through it, you can just directly complete the Hacktoberfest thing, and then you can get all the swags that are needed. Okay, go to this link, and what you'll do is just look at it. So this is actually the repository that I made. So this is like a folder, and that is like a, and that is basically the files inside it. You can click on this just like a file explorer you do on Windows. README is a description, a brief description that is written in Markdown. Markdown is kind of like, I wouldn't say a programming language. It is a format that we can write in so that things get rendered this way. It is just the text. Okay, so now what we'll do is click on this code and then copy this SSH link. I think you should, like, you can easily copy this. Are you getting this? Reply.
Yes, yes.
You're getting this? Okay, good. So once you click on it, go back to the command prompt. I'll click on terminal. So, so I'll remove this also. Okay, so ls means all the things that are in the directory. It gets. I'll also show you this side by side with the file explorer. I think you will be familiar with. So if we go to this, type get clone. So get is the program that we are using, and clone is the command that we are specifying there, that please clone this particular repository that is on GitHub. I want that cloned to my local computer. That is what we are basically saying. And paste the link that is over here. So just paste this link. Paste it.
Which of the ones should we paste?
This link. Go to this link, and then click over here, then go to SSH, and then click this link. Okay. Now, after you click this, press enter, the repository gets cloned to your local computer. So if I ls, so you see LeetCode solutions. I'll also show the file explorer. Yeah. So if you see over here, so I got LeetCode solutions. Before, this folder was totally empty, but now I have something called LeetCode solutions. This command actually helped me do that. Or else, if you're actually not contributing anything, so actually you can actually directly download a zip, but I wouldn't prefer downloading a zip because that actually just creates a copy. You can actually contribute through that also. It's always better to learn how to use terminal. So the first rule, if you're becoming a coder, master terminal or command prompt or all these things, because those are going to be like your best friends from now on. Okay, once you get through that, I'll CD into it. So you don't need to CD, you can just double click it. Okay, I'll use this itself. I'll use this repository itself. After you double click it, you can see different things that are over here. See, like all the things that we've already made. Like, if you want, I can remove this, but you people can see this, right? So if you are into coding, so actually it's not necessary that you should know coding to get these things. But what I did over here is I have a Python file. Like, Python is basically a programming language, and then EC is the medium. So LeetCode, these are the LeetCode solutions. So basically, LeetCode is like a competitive platform where we practice coding. And so these are all the solutions. Like, I actually initiated a repository to put all the LeetCode solutions over here. Now, what I'll do is I downloaded, like, I have all these files over here. So you don't have to put this Python files. I would prefer you click on new file and like new file. Where's this new file? Over here, I'm not able to create it, I think. What I'll do is cd LeetCode touch what will we name it? Hacktoberfest.txt. Okay. Now I actually created a file, hacktoberfest.txt. I think I'll show you that in the Finder also. Okay, now this is created, right? So you can also create some file like that, like put in some information into it. No problem, I'll accept the pull request once you made it. So, like click on this and it'll open. We'll put some information into it, some sort of information, Hacktoberfest. Is an open source competition, like open source, what would you call, event. Okay, I'll save it and then I'll close it. So now, if you go back to this particular thing, we actually have Git installed over here. So if you see over here, actually there is a folder called .git. So basically, whenever you're typing this command get, so it is going into this .git. So these are hidden files that you can't see through this Finder or anything. So you need to like look in for them. So whenever you call this get, it actually gets the files from over here, and it all your differences. I mentioned that it stores the differences, right? All those are stored in this .get folder. Okay. Now what we'll do is get status. Type this. Get status. Sorry. Now I think it is showing like .date. Like ignore these two because those are like the default files that Mac creates. So, but this is the file that we recently created. So the hacktober.txt is the file that we created just now. So now what we'll do is we'll actually commit it. So again, we'll go to the whiteboard and teach about Git, and then we'll come back. We have a load of time. I'm actually sorry because I think some people may feel it. I'm going a bit slow, but actually, even I'm somewhat confused as to go slow or fast. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll learn about Git. So if you have a file and you want to create a new file. So first, suppose you have this folder and you want to get this service into this folder. Like just now I got this .get repository, right? So if I want to get that into this particular folder, what I'll do is there are commands that we need to type into this command prompt. I'll write all the commands over here. So first of all, you need to write get init. So this will be just a basic session about Git. After this session, we are going to have a detailed session about Git. Okay? Because this is just to get you started how to contribute to Hacktoberfest. After this week, we can actually create a docs so that you can follow through how to go through this Hacktoberfest. So if you click on this Git init, in this folder, if you have some files, this .git folder, you get this over here. So means that the service is in this folder. So now what you'll do is, if you click on get status, you get the status of the repository. Okay, now you have a file. But there are 3 different stages in Git repository. First thing is the unstaged. Next, staged. And then committed. Commit. So unstaged. So presently our file is in unstaged. So that means only the changes are made, but nothing is actually recorded. So we need to record that particular file. So for that, what we do is we use this command called get add, okay, and the file name. So I'll write the file name over here. Or simply what you could do is you could directly dot. What this dot means is the whole folder. So if you have already observed when I open terminal, so over there, initially there is a dot and double dots and then .git. right? So what this dot represents is the folder that we are presently in. So what this means is the whole folder that I'm presently in, just add that to the staged area. Okay, so some from unstaged to staged. So all the files move from unstaged to staged. You may ask, why are there three different things just to record my files instead of just one, unstaged and committed? So when we're working on huge projects, what happens is you may change if there are 10 different files. You only you change 5 different files. So 5 files are updated. Okay, so after 5 files are updated, so you only want 2 files to be staged. That means you don't want 3 files to be recorded. You only want 2 files in the record and 3 files off the record. So what you do is you only stage 2 files and commit only 2 files. So that is what happens. That is the reason these three stages, three steps are there for this Git repository. Okay. So now, after getting this thing staged, just to commit it, you just need to type git commit. This will be tag, minus M, and then in quotes you'll write the commit message. Just before recording the thing, you need to have something so that in the future when you look at it, so you know that what is the message, what is the change that I made. I'll write yep, updated. So some message over here, some message. So now we are going to see that the same thing. Let us see the whole thing in action. And then I'll give some free links, some links to the repositories that you can come into and actually update and then send the files. Okay. Now, after changing this, after typing this git status, what I got is the files are actually in the unstaged form. Now, to get the file staged, what should I type? I should type get add. I could just type hacktoberfest.txt, or if I type dot, all the things are changed. But how to confirm that things are changed? You can write git status again. Git status is like the best tool that you use whenever you use Git. So if it is green, look at over here, the files are staged. That means the files are staged to unstaged. This is just to unstaged. So presently the files are totally staged. So now to get the things committed, we'll type get commit tag m minus m, and that is Hacktoberfest ACM BMU update. Okay, and it is updated. Now if I press git log is like whenever we say log is the record of things that have happened. If I click on git log, these are the previous things that I've made. The commit that I just made is this particular thing, Hacktoberfest ACM BMU update. Yeah, so you've completed that particular thing. And now what you'll do is, so now you've actually learned about Git. So this is what basically Git is. So I think once you have if you have any doubts, now only mention if you have about Git. And now you're going to see how to actually get started with Hacktoberfest. Now I think it will be somewhat interesting. Any doubts?
Why should we use SSH over HTTPS while cloning?
So basically what will happen is recently GitHub has updated, we can't actually authenticate with passwords and all. So from then on, we either need to use SSH key or GPG key. I'll show you how to use SSH for now. If you want, we can also show how GPG key is being used. Okay,
cool.
Recently, that is what has happened. GitHub, it wants to up its security. So now, first of all, just brand new start. Go to the home page, and then now what you'll type is SSH keygen. So SSH is something basically to get authenticated with GitHub. Just type in this command, and then you'll get an RSA key pair getting generated. So this is like the security system, like the tunnel we are creating from GitHub to your local system so that it is secure and safe. So now it is asking for a passcode. If you type anything, you're gonna authenticate it. Oh, sorry. This is just the file that it is asking to save. Now, like simply, if I want, I can actually put some other folder. What I'll do is I instead of writing ID RSA, I'll write RSA. So this is the folder you want, like the file where you want it to get stored. Normally, it gets stored in .ssh. So if we click enter, it asks you to type a passphrase. But if you type something, you don't see anything coming on the screen. Because like in terminal, what happens is whenever you type a password, it is inside, like it is not visible. You don't see like a feedback that you are typing these many number of letters. So for now, I'll not type anything. I'll just press enter. That is what I prefer also. That is what I would ask you. Just type enter. Don't press any other key. And then your RSA is generated. So now I'll cd into .ssh. You can also type this same command. Cd does work on Windows also. And I'll ls. So these are all the like files that are in RSA. So don't bother about all the different things. Presently, what I created is RSA. You remember, right? I named my file RSA. So now what I'll do is we have two different files, RSA public and RSA private. So this is private file. Never share this file with anyone. Just you need to share this. So now you can actually either go into Finder, and then over here also you can find it. If you like, if you want to find this way, you can actually find it. So if I see over here, I see RSA private and RSA public. And if I open that particular file, if I open this file, I think I can't open from over here. So what you can do is you type cat. In Windows, what you'll type is type. Okay. You'll type rsa.pub. So you'll get the public key. In Mac, what I'll do is cat rsa.pub. I get the key. Copy the whole thing. Copy the whole thing. And now go to your GitHub account. So, and go to settings. Go to this SSH GPG. After you go to settings, navigate to this SSH and GPG key. And then this is a GPG key that this is an SSH key that I've already added. Now I'll add a new one. So click on this new SSH key. Click over here and type in paste. Okay? And you can title it anything you want. New SSH key. I'll put VMU SSH key and click on save. So as to get give your public key to GitHub so that you can get it authenticated. Like the channel is actually encrypted both ways. Now what you'll do is, sorry?
Got it.
Okay. So now what you'll do is, you actually go to my, instead of my repository, what I would prefer is actually my good friend over here, Abhinav, I think he's over here itself. So what we'll do is we'll actually clone his repository so that I can also show, like I can't contribute to my own repository, right? So I'll clone his repository, you people also clone his repository, and we'll put some rubbish over there, not a problem. Like actually not rubbish. What I mean is whenever you contribute something to this open source community, you need to make it actually informative for them. So actually the request that you make them, like the new update that you make to the repository should actually be somewhat useful for them, right? So that they'll accept the request, or else they're simply going to reject the request. That is what is going to happen. So what I'll do is I'll go back to over here. I'll actually share the link with you. Or else, I think, Abhinav, in the meantime, can you share the link in the chat box? I think, yep, he's there. Abhinav, please share the link in the chat box in the meantime. Yep. So now what you'll do is visit this particular page. I'll visit his. First of all, allow me just a minute. I'll go back to my GitHub. I've already cloned his repository. So what I'll do is I'll just delete it so as to get it started fresh. Okay, I'll just delete it. Just give me a second over here. So now what I'll do is I'll go to his repository. You click this button over here, fork. What fork means is this is his account and this is his repository. So what we'll do is if we fork it, that repository comes to our account. So it's like my account is this and this is his repository. So if you see, this is forked from like Kura Abhinav. So, and this is my repository. The reason why we fork is you have his account and we have our account. So if we fork it, we get the copy, like we get the instance of that particular repository in our account so that we can actually securely communicate with our local device and our account. We have like authentication with our account, but we don't have authentication with his account. So we change it and we send him a request to actually update his repository also. That is what we are basically going to do. So this is my account and then this is his repository. So now same procedure, go to this clone. I think you've already authenticated that SSH keychain. Click on this clone, like like the same link. This is a different link, sorry, by the way. And now what you'll do is, I think it's not there. See, GitHub. Okay, so this is just the repository that I'm actually working on. So I'll click on get, clone, and then his link. So this is like my link only. So my account. So it'll be different for you because you formed it. So it'll be your link will be different from your thing only. Just clone it. So it'll be to this link will be different for you, and then click enter. So you will get the repository cloned to your local machine. Now, if you navigate into that particular, now I'll totally use Finder itself because I think that will actually be better for you people. So if I go to GitHub, okay. So now if you see, I have this HackerRank solutions. Now, if you see, we have a lot of things that are actually over here. So if you want to make a good contribution so that everyone is like everything is accepted, create a good file and then we'll work on it. Now what I'll do is I'll cd into HackerRank. Like I'm actually changing the directories. cd is that is what is meant. So I'll actually again touch. So basically for touch, the alternative is there's no alternative. I think you can just right click and I think you'll have the option to create a new file on Windows. You can create a new file. What I'll do is I'll create a new file called my name. You also create your name.txt. That is better. You actually name the file as your name, touch your name.txt, enter. Now, what I'll do is I'll open the file from here. If you see krishna.txt, I'll open the file from here. Now I'll type Hacktober. Put some content over here. If you write a huge text, that is also fine. Save it and then close it. Now come back to the terminal. If we click on get status, see, we've changed this particular file. And now after typing get status, we need to add it from unstaged to staged. So what we'll do is get add krishna.txt, right? So if I want to commit all the things, I can just add get add dot. We can either, if we want a particular file, we write this. If we want all the files, we write this. Now what I'll do is I'll write get and then I'll commit it. So first, let us see the status. If you see it is green in color, so that means the files are staged. So I'll click on get, commit. We'll go simultaneously. You people stop me if I'm if you're actually if you're stuck somewhere. So what I'll write is now accepted. This is just a commit message. Your wish, you can write anything. So if I click on get status, you see nothing to commit, working tree is clean. That means all the changes are actually committed. So it is recorded. So that means that Git is protecting the repository. Everything is protected. So Now, so this is the command that you should actually look into. So if this is not working for some of you, just inform me. Now you should type git push. So what that means is you're pushing your local repository to the GitHub, like your GitHub accounts ka instance. Like this repository now, it actually, if I ls, this has the file krishna.txt. But over here, I don't have anything krishna.txt. So I want to send this particular file to the GitHub ka copy of it. So I'll write get push. Get push. Okay. I'll type enter. Now the files from my local computer get into the GitHub wala thing. So if this particular command is not working, just stay back. Like after the session also can help, or else now itself if we have some time. So what if after git push, just refresh your account ka thing. This will be my account ka fork instance. So now if you sorry, so you see the message over here. Abhinav accepted. That is the comment that we just made in the terminal, right? And now I have krishna.txt, Hacktoberfest. Now what you do is, this is the important part. It is like submitting your file to his repository, like submitting your copy of his repository, asking him to please commit it as a Hacktoberfest contribution. Now you click on this contribute and you open a pull request. What this pull request means is you're actually requesting him to actually like sending your repositories ka copy into his repository, but it is not like you actually commit it. It's like you're requesting him to please add this to his repository. So if he wants to, if he feels like these changes are somewhat relevant, he is going to add that he's going to add that particular request into his repository. So click over here, contribute, and then click on open pull request. After that, it is not yet like you've not yet created. So over here, you'll see this is the head, like your name will be over here to Krishna BMU, like your instance of the repository. And this is just the branch. Like when you learn Git, you'll get to know about this. Just don't care about these things. By default, it's going to be like this. So it's going to be, this default settings are well and good. And then this is his repository. So if you see Kura Abhinav and HackerRank Solutions, and this is Krishna BMU and HackerRank Solutions. Okay? And now click on this create pull request and type in something. Hi Abhinav. Accept this request. Okay? And now the final thing, this is the final step. You just create the pull request. Once you create it, the pull request goes to his account. So if you see over here, so this branch has no conflicts with this branch. So what GitHub does is, so if you have made some changes that are very drastic, like deleting all the files and all, over here, you'll get a red flag saying that actually it has a lot of conflicts with the actual copy of the thing. So if you are following these steps, it's well and good. Like I think you'll not get any red flags and all. So I think now the repository has, like I've created a pull request. Now, yes. See, Abhinav has actually merged the thing. If you get this merged, that means that he actually merged my instance of this repository to his instance, like to his repository. So I'll show you that. So if I go back to Pura Abhinav and then HackerRank Solutions, see over here, I get krishna.txt. Before it after merge, and also if you see, my commit is gonna be over here. Yeah, Abhinav accepted, because that commit actually changed this particular file. So that this file is going to have Abhinav accepted. I'll also show you on Hacktoberfest ka thing. It'll take some time, but if we are on good luck, it's going to show 2. Yeah. So if you see, initially it is 1 and now it's 2. That means I've recently created a pull request, and then this request is under review by the Hacktoberfest community. So once you get your request over here, it's well and good. They'll review it and it will be like categorized into total completed, and you'll get this stars, 4 different stars. Once you get it, you'll get your swags and all these things. So that is about this Hacktoberfest. So, yep. You people have any questions, or if anything didn't work for you, or anything else, anything related to this, not related to that, anything. बोलो यार. Anything?
I actually have some troubles with merging conflicts. So if you could just give a demo about that.
Merging conflicts in the sense where?
Like
Over here?
I was working with Hari Bhaiya in the robotics thing. So like I just have some troubles with the merging conflicts. Like I don't know how to do that.
Merging conflict, so it's like when you're merging two different branches or on your local thing, or else is it?
Like
Can you give me some context in that? Yeah.
so like for example, you and I both are working on this same branch. Like जैसे कि अभी इस वाली branch को हमने दोनों ने fork किया, and we both are editing the same file. So like conflict in that.
Okay, so then what actually happens is, so it is better to actually branch your thing. So instead of
Right.
then,
I also work in branches, like 3 different branches.
so once you like branch, like if you click on get branch and then you like you can assign a new branch, like not space. So if you click a new branch will be created, and then you can actually merge the branch. So if there is a conflict and you want one of your thing to actually, like for suppose you made some change to the same line and he made this some change to the same line, and you want yours to get actually like replace his changes. Normally, if get merge doesn't work, you use this option hard, like hard in the sense we are actually instructing this get to actually be very hard. So this actually can go if you are on one branch and if you want to merge yours. What is your name? Anmol. Okay, Anmol ka branch. If you want to merge it with the main branch, you type and get merge Anmol hard. So that means that it'll replace the main branch with like your branch hardly. Like even if some conflicts are there, it's gonna work on it.
Oh, okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay. Recording, so we'll share it in the group, and yeah, about all that, I want to share two different repositories that you people can actually contribute. So we'll easily like accept all your requests so that you can get started. So that doesn't mean that you just request this empty files. Something that I did, actually put in some relevant content into that, so that if that is somewhat relevant, he is gonna actually merge it. But even then, not a problem. I'll actually put the other repository also. Sorry. Okay, so I'll also put a reminder that I should complete it. Okay. So that I'll remember that I need to send these things to you. And also we'll share the slides. So the slides are actually, is someone talking? I'm sorry if I cut you short. Okay, so yeah, I will also share the slides if you want to know about Get and all. Like I didn't actually follow the slides. I want to make the session as raw as possible, as live as possible. So that is the reason we went through that. Like if you want the demonstration with some other file and some other repository, also, yeah, I forgot to say about that. Like if you want to find repositories that are related to Hacktoberfest, initially one of the person is asking how to find repositories that are actually registered to Hacktoberfest. For suppose if you make contribution to a repository that is actually not registered in Hacktoberfest, what we should do is this is a like good thing. We are actually, this is like the search thing that we could use on GitHub. So it is searching for files that has Hacktoberfest as a label in them, and we are searching as issues. Like issues are basically like when you have a repositories. For suppose, let me open some repository that I have. So if I have this repository, in issues, people are going to report things. Like, for example, if you have something like, if you found out that this repository is not working good on Mac, so you can write this repository is not, I'll create a new issue, for suppose. You can create a new issue. That means like, this is a topic of discussion. People should work on it. So that is what this means. Like, this code is the repository and these issues are over here. You can actually, the pull requests that we make come over here so that you can merge and all. So the issues are over here. If we create a new issue, something like this repository, like, let's title it as haha and something. I'll put something, nothing over here. And this will be a new issue that people should actually work on. If I go back to issues, I think you've observed that it is updated from 2 to 3. And now if you see haha and things over here. So that is what this is about. I know people who just started don't know a lot about terminal. That is the reason I went slow. But if you want sessions about terminal and all and scripting, so basically this is called a bash language. So bash is like kind of the terminal that we use on Mac, and on Windows you use command prompt. You also have PowerShell. I would prefer PowerShell over command prompt on Windows. So that is somewhat similar to Linux, because Windows is trying hard to get this PowerShell, like get Linux kind of feel on Windows. So that is what it is about. So we'll have a session on Bash also. You can learn some cool things like how to automate things. If you see over here, you see this particular thing, right? Like coding is, I just told you, like this is totally not relevant to the particular session, but this particular thing, this is made by, like, we can actually make it. So this is actually made so that I can keep track of all the to-do items that I have to do. So this is not a window, this is fixed to the screen. And in Bash, you can do many things. You can write scripts. Let me show you my script. So for suppose one of my script is, if I type in FL, if I click enter, I get all the like all the different files that I have. So that if I click on, for suppose songs, yep. See, this is a script that I wrote for playing songs. For suppose if I type in songs, I get this list. And if I click on something like, for suppose Satisfier, that song get played. So you can explore all these different things in Terminal. Terminal is very, very useful. I'm sorry. So Terminal is very, very useful. So I think you people should have classes on this Terminal, because only then you'll understand how to easily navigate through that and then get this going. Apart from that, I think this should. Hato Harshad. So I think the session is almost done, because if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We can discuss on it, and then and that is about the session. For the pros, even like people who are actually familiar with all this stuff, if you want anything else to learn, you can just ask and we can discuss on that also. If you actually know all these things and then you want some advanced things to get on, so I think we can also work on it. And at least now turn on your cameras. People are turning on.
A small request to everyone. Now I'll be sharing a feedback form with all of you, and through the feedback form, the attendance for the session will be recorded. So make sure to fill the feedback form. And if you have any questions, you can ask.
That. Sure. At least all the EC members, please turn on your cameras. I think I only see Anmol from the starting who turned on his camera, and now Naman has turned on his camera. Yep, I see some faces. Tanishq is back. Okay, so you have any doubts, anything we can discuss on? Kuch to boliye.
If you have any suggestions regarding the the events that we can have in the future through ACM, you can also tell us your suggestions. We'll be more than happy to implement that.
If you want to get the session going faster or something, you can give your feedback now itself.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit faster.
It's a bit faster.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so if you want me to repeat something, I can surely do that. So you want me to repeat something?
It will take time because from the starting I didn't understand now. So that's why.
Don't worry,
Okay,
we'll
what
be
will?
sharing the recording with
Huh.
you. You can go through the recording once again, and I hope it will be all clear. And if you still need some help, we'll be more than happy to help you out and provide some resources also. Or you can,
Okay.
Krishna, maybe you can share your contact so that they can contact you if they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
any
sure,
issue.
sure. I'll share you my email
Yeah.
ID. Like the thing is, the session, the reason even I was a bit confused is some of people over here are second year people who are total super advanced over here, and then people from first year, most of them are just started with coding, uh, and then also third year people are there who are like beyond my range. So that is the reason I am like not totally sure how to go. Like that is the reason I kept the pace like medium. So if you want, we'll actually if most of you want, we can actually create a blog and post it so that you can follow through it and contribute. So that is my email ID. Sorry, that is not my email ID.
Krishna, I guess it's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
email ID.
This is my email ID, and my contact is
Naman will inform you about the other session as soon as it's planned. About okay.
okay. Next, I think we'll have a Gitka session. I guess Harshit, it's right.
Yeah, we have like a lot of events
I think we
planned
are
for
gonna have a
you
Gitka
guys.
session.
Yeah.
Hmm. So what happened
So
to everyone? Everyone is silent. Kuch to like turn on your mic, say something.
maybe we can have a group picture and we'll post it on Instagram
Huh,
and
we can
with
have a
Ivy
group
also.
picture now. Now, actually, turn on all of your cameras. Shivangi, Prachi, and then what? Sorry. Huh.
Everyone, please turn on your cameras. Shivang Bhaiya, Honey Bhaiya, maybe everyone can turn
Huh.
on their
Honey Bhaiya
cameras.
is
We can
also
have
there.
a picture and we'll post it on
Sorry, bro.
Instagram.
Sorry, you know my reason.
Okay. Other core members, please turn on your cameras.
Now I see all the faces. It's
Nice to
like
see happy
it's
faces.
online, right?
Yeah.
So
And don't worry, we'll be soon planning offline events for you also. We are really in hope that campus opens again and we'll plan offline events and we'll have fun over there.
oh god, now I see a lot of girls coming in.
Okay, so
I
like
thought there are a
I'm done with the
lot less
screenshots.
girls in our campus. ठीक है. So
Okay.
I think Harshit, you're taking screenshots, right?
Yeah, I'm done with the screenshots.
Okay, so if we have, do you people have anything you wanna uh, like ask anything about me or anything about this particular session? Anything? Feel free to ask. Or if you are confused about what the terminal is and what something is about, even that you can ask me. Or if you don't have any doubts, I think it is. I think we can leave now. Like start leaving. So if
Yeah,
nothing
maybe
is
we
said.
can give a break because there's another session lined up for Robotics Club. So like they can have a half an hour break and then maybe they can join that session.
Yeah.
So
To
thank you
join
all of
this
you for
robotics
joining.
club ka session also. So I
Yeah.
think it will be hosted by Hani Bharadwaj. He's our senior
Yeah.
and like he's super good.
Yes. So thank you all of you for joining. It was a great session and I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll hope to see you in all the other session lined up next. Thank you everyone. And
Please
do
share the
Thank you
share
people.
your
recording of
feedback.
the session.
Yeah, we'll share that in the group.